Hi beautiful souls, welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Cade and today I am back with another pick a card reading. To be honest guys, I had no idea what to title today's pick a card reading. So we're just gonna go with a what do you need to know, okay? I feel like those are always helpful, so I'm just setting the intention with spirit that whatever messages the collective needs to know will come through in today's pick a card reading, okay? So it's timeless, so whenever you're seeing this video is when the message was meant to find you. And guys, it's also a general reading, so keep that in mind. Not every single message is gonna resonate with every single person, but just keep an open mind and take the message that resonates and leave the messages that don't resonate, just leave them behind, okay? So also guys, if you want to check me out on my other social media platforms, my Instagram and TikTok are going to be linked down below, and all of that stuff is going to be in the description box. So guys, it's getting super close to Halloween. My birthday is also coming up as well. October 29th is my birthday. Shout out to anyone born on October 29th. Shout out to anyone born in the month of October. Shout out to my Scorpios. Welcome in, guys. And shout out to every other zodiac sign. I love you guys too. But I'm kind of in the Halloween mood. As you can see, I'm wearing a Friday the 13th shirt, okay? And you know, I'm just in that spooky mood. So we're gonna be picking the pile a little bit different today, guys. We're gonna be doing pick a horror movie, okay? So I thought it would be super fun to do that because it's getting super close to Halloween. We're all feeling in that spooky season. So yeah, we're gonna do pick a horror movie. So there's gonna be 3 different piles and each pile is going to be represented by a different horror movie. Sometimes I just get tired of choosing piles with crystals. I don't know if that's just me. I just get bored, okay, to be honest. So we're gonna switch it up today. We're gonna make things a little bit more fun and spooky and Halloween themed. So go ahead and ask your spirit guides what you need to know, guys, because that's going to be coming through today. Those are the messages that are going to be coming through today. And so, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the pile. So pile number 1, guys, is going to be the movie, the classic Halloween. Okay, pile number 1 is going to be Halloween. Pile number 2 is going to be Friday the 13th. Okay, represented by my shirt. Okay, and pile number 3 is going to be Nightmare on Elm Street. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop up all 3 piles, all 3 different horror movies. Take a moment, guys, take a deep breath, take as much time as you need, pause the video, and choose the pile that you feel most drawn to. Okay guys, so choose the pile that you feel most drawn to, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with pile number 1, which is the movie Halloween, and I will see the rest of you beautiful souls at your pile. Hi beautiful souls that chose pile number 1, or if you chose the movie Halloween, welcome in, guys, okay? I'm super excited about today's reading. It's almost Halloween, I'm feeling in the spooky season, but if you're not seeing this in October, it's perfectly fine, guys. It is a timeless reading. It's also general, so take the message that resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so I kind of have 2 different, or I guess 3 different oracle decks that I'm going to be working with today, and we're just going to be seeing what do you need to know right now. Okay, so I'm sure tons of messages are going to come through. Yeah, just keep in mind it's general, so if not every single message resonates with you, that's perfectly normal, that's perfectly okay. Just take the messages that do resonate and then leave the rest behind, okay? So let's see, pile 1, what do we want to start with for you? I kind of want to start with one of these, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into your message. So Spirit, we are tuning into pile 1. The beautiful souls that chose the movie Halloween. What does pile 1 need to know? Spirit is telling me something is going to be resurfacing. It's almost like something's coming back to life, or it's going to feel like something is coming to like haunt you again, is what Spirit is saying. It almost feels like a little bit of like Mercury retrograde energy, where it's like the past is returning. Almost this feeling of like the past is returning, or maybe that's already occurred. Maybe something from your past kind of got brought up again, and it's like, I don't know, there's a lot of energy around the past, reminiscing on the past, or like old pain, old trauma, and old wounds being brought back up. And I do feel like there's a reason for this. There is some unhealed energy surrounding you, pile number one. So a feeling of like you need to work on something. So it's almost Spirit is saying there's this certain thing that needs to be pinpointed for you. It's like Spirit is saying the word pinpointed. So it's like you would know what this specific thing is. It feels like you're going to be reminded of it. And it's because there is a wound around this certain thing that is still unhealed. And so it's like you're almost going to be triggered by it so that you can heal this unhealed wound. Okay, is what Spirit is saying. What does pile number one need to know? I almost just feel like Spirit is saying don't be alarmed. It's like Spirit is saying you're going to be taking a trip down memory lane. So I'm seeing images. This is so weird. It's like I'm seeing images of like yearbooks, old photo albums, maybe scrolling back on your camera roll, looking at old photos and just getting reminded of all of these past memories. It's just such a like Six of Cups energy where it's like nostalgia, being reminded of the past. So I'm not sure why this is happening though. It almost just feels like it's being brought back up again for some reason. And we're gonna dive deeper into what that is. So we're gonna ask Spirit for clarity on that. Or maybe you're experiencing that right now. Like maybe a lot of different things are being brought back up from the past. Things that you thought were long gone are like returning. So it's like, it's weird. It's like things that you thought were just done and they're out of here. It's like they're coming back, and it's like, why? You know what I mean? It's like, why is this thing coming back to haunt me again? So we're gonna definitely dive deeper into that message. I just heard star-crossed lovers, so there could be someone from your past returning. I'm also hearing an angel in disguise. An angel in disguise. That's interesting. Maybe some of you are angels in disguise, like you're an angel living in a human body, is what I'm also hearing. Something about an angel in disguise. Or maybe there is someone in your life who is going to appear as an angel in disguise and help you out. So I'm also hearing that someone is leaving you breadcrumbs. It's like you keep getting reminded of them. Some of you keep going back to someone in your past or something like that. And it's like Spirit is telling me they keep leaving you breadcrumbs. So it's like they don't ever give you the full loaf of bread. You're just picking up these tiny little crumbs that this person is leaving you, but they never give you the whole thing. And so it's like constantly wanting more from this person, but them never giving you more. Okay, is another message that's also coming through of what some of you may be experiencing right now. So what do you need to know? So guys, you got the card number 33. Has a cute little cat on it and a musical instrument. You may be seeing the number 33 lately, or maybe that is a sign that is appearing to you. Let me see what I'm getting. Some of you are painters, some of you are artists, some of you play a musical instrument, or you connect with your creativity through art. Some of you connect with your creativity through making music, or making sculptures, or painting, or something like that. I'm hearing the song Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, but you're probably with that blonde girl, the one who made me doubt. She's so much older. She's everything I'm insecure about. It's almost like some of you are being reminded of like an old relationship or someone that you used to be with, or like your ex is like being reminded to you. And it's like you're having to move on from that. It feels like for you, pile one, you're having to move on from something. Okay? That's why I feel like the past is being brought up. It's not that you need to go back to the past. It's this feeling of like there's still emotions that need to be released around the past. and like you're still not over it yet. And so I kind of feel like you need to reconnect with that part of yourself. You need to reconnect with the part of yourself that feels hurt. You need to reconnect with the part of yourself that feels betrayed. You need to reconnect with the part of yourself that feels angry, and you need to let that part of yourself out, because it almost feels like there's just trapped emotions. Like it feels like your emotions have been trapped for so long and you haven't had like a chance to express like your grief or express your anger or your sadness or like your disappointment over these past memories or maybe past mistakes that you've made. And so I feel like with this card, you need to be expressive at this time. You need to express yourself in some way, okay? Whether it be through writing music, painting, drawing, singing, you need to express yourself in some way, because I feel like with this card, art is a way that, you know, humans can release and express themselves, okay? And I feel like that's something that Spirit is calling you to do at this time, okay? I'm definitely feeling that energy. I'm gonna read this card real quick. It says this card invites you to be more playful, to have more joy in your life. You've become boring to yourself even as others continue to find you interesting. This is interesting. Okay, this card also talks about being playful. It's almost like you're denying a part of yourself. You've had to be serious for so long, so it's hard to break out of those past emotions as well. It's like it's hard to break out of the past is basically what Spirit is saying. It's like, I feel like for some of you, you've almost lost yourself for quite some time because of everything that has happened in the past. And it's almost like the past keeps haunting you, or things that have happened in the past keep haunting you, and it's hard for you to break out of that. It's almost as if it's like a prison, and it's like trying to rediscover the part of yourself before all of those bad things happened. Like trying to rediscover who you were before you got broken up with, or trying to discover who you were before the trauma occurred, okay? Trying to find the deepest part of yourself that doesn't change, okay? And trying to bring that part of you back out. Because I do feel like there have been certain shifts in your personality or certain like behavioral changes just because of what you've experienced in this lifetime. I can personally relate to that. I definitely feel like I've become more anxious, okay, more panicky because of things that I've experienced, okay? That's just something that I can personally relate to, and maybe you guys can too. And you know, it's hard to release that feeling of anxiety, and it's hard to release that feeling of like holding on to all of that. Spirit is saying it's like you're almost holding on to something and it's hard to release it, okay? And this is like multiple different things. It's not necessarily that you're like wanting that person back or wanting like those memories back. It's more about you carrying over what you felt, like how they made you feel, okay? And it's like you're carrying that with you. Like whether I'm getting guilt for some of you, it's like you're carrying an emotion with you, and it's like you need to let that go. Like you have to let something go, Spirit is saying. You have to let it die. Who you used to be with that person, you have to let it die. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get deeper into this message, Spirit, be a little bit more clear. For pile 1, what do they need to release? I feel like you're always on edge lately is what Spirit is saying. It's almost like you have to let go of what you're feeling, okay? Because it's like you're carrying this with you is what Spirit is saying. So it's almost this feeling of like you felt a certain way with a certain person, and like however that person made you feel, like maybe they made you feel doubtful about yourself. It's almost as if you're carrying that feeling to the next relationship. And then it's like that newer relationship, it's supposed to be newer, is just kind of repeating itself because you're responding to it the same way that you responded to the person in the past. So it's almost like it's hard for you to let go of what, you know, this person did to you, or it's hard for you to let go of what happened to you in the past. So it's like when you try to like create more for yourself in the future, you just keep getting reminded of the past because you think that it's going to be the same way. And it's almost like you fear that it's going to happen again, or it's like your body fears that like what happened to you in the past is going to like repeat itself, or it's going to occur again, is what Spirit is saying. Some of you have like really intense like anxiety, and it's like it prevents you from letting go and being like free and like just, I don't know, finding your inner child and just like being playful. It's almost this feeling of like a lot of seriousness that surrounds you, pile number one, which kind of prevents you from maybe feeling excitement and feeling inspired and feeling like playful energy. Because, you know, for the past couple of years, maybe you've had to be so serious because of everything that has occurred in your life, or because of everything that has taken place in your life. Spirit is saying you keep your eyes peeled. Like some of you, it's hard for you to sleep at night because of, you know, whatever you've been going through. So Spirit, can we get some clarity on how pile one can work through this energy? Can we get some clarity on how pile one can work through this energy? I want to get a Moonology card. Look at the bigger picture, and nothing is yet set in stone. Okay, so you got the card Look at the Bigger Picture. Let me take a moment, Spirit. Oh, sorry guys, this is shaking around. So let me see. What does pile one need to know surrounding this? I feel like it's hard for you to think that things could be different, or that things could change. Like in this lifetime, it's almost like you feel like you keep getting more of the same, or like patterns are repeating themselves. Because it's like, it's hard for you to let go. It's like this feeling of needing to let go. Like having to let go of something. Almost this feeling of like surrender. I feel like Look at the Bigger Picture, it's almost as if you need to take yourself out of your current situation. Because I don't think what you're currently going through is it's not going to feel like this forever. But maybe sometimes it feels like that. It feels so daunting because you feel like whatever you're currently experiencing is going to last forever. But I feel like Look at the Bigger Picture, Spirit is saying that something better is about to show up for you, but it's hard for you to recognize that, you know? Because of it's just all so much is kind of what I'm feeling. It feels like this overflow of like emotions and just different things that you're feeling. So it's hard for you to ever see how there's a way out of that, or how there's like a way forward. I'm trying to get more clear, Spirit, on this message. What does pile one need to know? We also have Be Bold and Make the First Move. What does pile one need to know? And we also have A New Start is coming. Okay. This is interesting. So there's this feeling of a new beginning. Okay, there's this feeling of a fresh start for you. There's this feeling as if you get to start over. Like a change, like a very, very big change that is going to be showing up for you. Something new. Some of you are starting like a new job, a new career, something new, something fresh. And it's like Spirit is showing you on this train, and it's like you keep looking backwards. It's like hard for you to like move forward. Okay? Because I'm hearing you've had so many memories. So I don't know how that's going to relate to you, but it's like almost this feeling of like you've had so many memories with this person, or you've had so many memories in this, you know, town that you've lived in, or you've had so many memories with like a particular friend group, but it's like now time to move on. And I feel like with Be Bold and Make the First Move, this hasn't been an easy decision for you. I feel like there's been a very tough decision that you've had to make. because it's something very different than you've ever done before. It's definitely something that is going to take you outside of your comfort zone. It's definitely something that is going to put you in a place that you've never been in before. But I feel like that's very much needed for you. It feels like you need to get outside of your comfort zone. It feels like you need to express yourself in different ways. It feels like you need to try out new things. It feels like you need to express your creativity in some way. Yeah, and it just feels like right now the best thing to do is to move out of familiarity. It feels like you need to move out of your comfort zone, because I feel like the moment you move out of your comfort zone is when this new start is going to begin. It's almost like giving yourself permission to start over, or giving yourself permission to have a new beginning, is the feeling that I'm getting here for you, pile one. It's like giving yourself permission to start over, giving yourself permission to have a new beginning. You know, like a wait list. I'm hearing like the wait list is over. Like maybe some of you have been on a wait list, and that's finally ending, or maybe your life just feels like it's been on like this waiting list and it's finally over, and it's like you get this chance to have a new beginning. Okay. I want to get one more of these cards as well. I want to dive a little deeper into this. Spirit, can we have some clarity on this new beginning and this feeling of release that pile one is going through? I'm hearing the song Easy on Me by Adele. So it's like it could even be divorce. Maybe you've gone through a divorce. I feel a lot of heavy emotions. We have surrender. Yeah, that's what I was getting. I'm also hearing like skylight. Maybe some of you, I'm getting have like a little skylight in your house, or you're going to have that, like where the sun shines through. Let me read this card, surrender. It says, you have already overanalyzed your situation to exhaustion. Now is the time to invite the sacred feminine, the wisdom within your heart, no matter your gender, to guide you to success. Okay. Break the habit of being yourself or repeating the same behavior and hoping for a different outcome. So again, with this reminiscence of the past, it's almost like you keep going back to a certain person, you keep going back to a situation, or you keep reminiscing on something thinking that it may be different. But the message here from your guides is to let that go. Let everything go. Everything that you used to know, let it go, let it be gone, okay? It no longer serves a purpose in your life, is what Spirit is saying. It's almost like an outdated book, Spirit is saying. Like, it's outdated. Like, it's almost as if you read a book. It's like you're going back to chapters 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and it's like you're on chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. And chapter 4 isn't going to be the same as chapter 8, but it's almost like you're looking for something that you've seen before, is what Spirit is saying. You're looking for something that is familiar, or that reminds you of something that you can like acknowledge from your past. And basically what Spirit is saying here in this instant is that's not what's going to be showing up for you, okay? And it feels like it's super healthy. It feels like you're going to be doing something completely new that you've never done before. And it's almost like you get to restart, okay? And for some of you, you're going to have the chance to love again. You're going to have a chance at a new relationship, or you're going to have a chance at meeting somebody new. Okay, Ten of Pentacles. You're almost going to have a chance to build a new legacy, okay? Maybe a lot of you are thinking about your future and, you know, what you're going to create for your future, okay? And what's next? We have this very broad look at the bigger picture. You know, maybe you're moving on from small-minded people. Maybe you're moving on from a small-minded point of view, and Spirit is encouraging you to think a lot bigger, and Spirit is encouraging you to think a lot broader. And just this feeling of like the pain of the past is over, and that the past is not going to return to you. So we also have the Lovers in the reverse. I feel like some of you are feeling disconnected from self, is what Spirit just told me. And then you also have the Four of Swords. So it's weird. I'm like, I feel like a lot of you are feeling disconnected from the deepest part of yourself. It's almost like you're having to rediscover who you are, like alone and independently without other people around you. It's some of you are maybe not interested in what you used to be interested in. And so now it's like you're trying to find new hobbies, you're trying to find new interests and stuff like that. Spirit is saying you're trying to paint a new picture, like you're trying to paint a new picture. That is such an amazing way to word this energy. You're trying to paint a new picture. You have this new canvas and you have so many different colors to choose from, but it's like, what do I want to paint? You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't think that's a scary energy. I think that's an amazing energy to be in because it gives you this sense of freedom, gives you this sense of creativity, and it also gives you this sense of power to create whatever you want in your life. So yes, you want to leave a legacy, but it's also, I feel like there's a decision for you, pile 1, on like, what legacy do I want to leave? Like, and maybe you're still trying to discover that. I feel like with the Lovers card in the reverse, I feel like there's this disconnection with yourself and it's almost needing to, you know, become more, I don't want to say intimate with yourself. It's almost like getting to know yourself a little bit better. Okay. Because I do feel like for some of you, you're a changed person and it's like relearning who you are after that change. So I feel like with 4 of Swords, go easy on yourself. Take as much time as you need to figure things out. Okay, I feel like with this 4 of Swords, it's saying to slow down, connect with yourself, figure things out. I wouldn't leap into anything. It's like figure things out and then go for it, okay? Is the energy that I'm getting. So let me see. I keep hearing that you keep getting reminded of something. I don't know, it just feels like the past keeps getting brought up again. Let's see, surrender to non-action. It says now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Interesting, because we also have the 4 of Swords, so maybe some of you need to get more rest, more sleep. But at the same time, we have 2 surrender cards. And then with the 4 of Swords, it's almost saying Spirit is going to present the information to you. You're not going to have to do anything. The information is going to come to you. The guidance is going to come to you. It's almost this feeling of you're not going to have to do anything to become more clear on something. It's almost like the clarity is coming to you. I feel like a lot of times in spirituality, it's all about do the work, meditate, blah, blah, blah. It's like always telling you to do something. But in this instant, it almost feels like by you backing your energy away, that clarity is going to come to you on what you need to do next. It doesn't feel like you're going to be finding the clarity. It feels like the clarity is going to be finding you. And then you also have surrender to Spirit. So this card says, once you've done everything you can do to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let Spirit work its magic for you. So interesting, a lot of surrender energy is coming up here. So is there anything else, Spirit, that pile 1 needs to know? I just keep hearing, go easy on me. Like, that's all I'm hearing. I was still a child. Like, is there any other channel messages? I kind of feel like that's it. Okay, so, you know, pile 1, letting go of the past, surrendering to your future. You know what I mean? Letting go of what used to be, creating something new. So let me know if this resonated with you, pile number 1. I had a lot of fun channeling for you. Let me know what resonated and what didn't, I guess. It is general, so keep that in mind. And I'm gonna go ahead and move on to pile number 2. Hi, beautiful souls that chose pile number 2, or if you chose the movie Friday the 13th, welcome in, guys. We're gonna see what do you need to know. Okay, so this is a timeless reading. It's also a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So we're just gonna dive right in I'm actually wearing a Friday the 13th shirt. Okay, so pile 2, you're on my shirt. So let's take a look at what you need to know right now. Spirit, what does pile 2 need to know right now? What does pile 2 need to know right now? I'm hearing it can't be that hard. It can't be that hard. Why am I hearing that? It can't be that hard. Okay, you have 53. This card immediately flipped out. It says Stranger Curiosity. So I'm going to read this card real quick for you, pile 2. Did I just say pile 3? I think I might have. Okay. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So it feels like for you, pile number 2 in particular, it feels like there is something new that is being offered to you. Or it feels like there's a new opportunity that's being offered to you, or a new place for you to define yourself is what Spirit is saying, a new place for you to show up, or a new place for you to like put yourself out there, or something new that you need to like put your energy into. It feels like this is all so sudden as well. Some of you, this is happening very quickly. It's like you're being offered this opportunity, or you're being offered multiple opportunities, possibly job opportunities. And it feels like you have to like make a choice super quickly, or it feels like there's something that's happening like in the snap of a finger where you have to like, I don't know, take this leap. It's like you have to just hold your breath and jump, and it feels so new. And for others of you, it feels like you're being like encompassed by multiple opportunities. So there's like opportunities all over the place. Or maybe for some of you, you feel like there's absolutely like no opportunity at all, and you have this super clear space of like, I could go in any direction. You know what I mean? And it's like, I feel like for you, pile 2, this is about choosing a direction, or opening yourself up to something new is what Spirit is saying. It kind of feels like you're being challenged right now to like go outside of your comfort zone and to like grow as a person. Okay. You're being challenged to like invite new energy into your life. Whatever this may be, whether it be a new job, new person, something new. It's like you're being challenged to invite this into your life. I feel like with the Stranger card, maybe it's a complete stranger that you're getting to know. Maybe it's someone that you're going to be going on a date with. For others of you, I feel like with Stranger, maybe you're just a stranger to whatever it is. Maybe it's just something that's super unfamiliar, or just, you know, maybe something that you're super fearful about, something that you're super nervous about. With it can't be that hard, when I heard it can't be that hard at the beginning of the reading, maybe it's something that you think is going to be more challenging than it actually is. Maybe it's going to be maybe it's actually going to be easier than you thought it was going to be. Okay, whatever this may be. So, Spirit, pile number 2. What does pile number 2 need to know? What does pile number 2 need to know? Okay, I just heard mediocre, like mediocre. I feel like it's something like mediocrity, like something simple, or like I feel like you've been living like in a bubble, or just like living in this routine, and Spirit wants you to challenge yourself to like think beyond like what you're currently doing, or Spirit wants you to challenge yourself to think beyond how your life has been lately, or like what you feel like you're stuck in. I feel like there's something super exciting coming up for you, pile 2, or like there's this chance to like change pathways. I'm hearing that saying, if you had the chance to change your fate, would you? Like if you had the chance to change your life, would you? Because I feel like that's about to show up for you. It feels like something is going to present itself to you, and it's going to be an opportunity for change. It's going to be an opportunity for you to get out of something, or for you to change your life in the best way possible. Okay. I feel like with believe in the impossible, Spirit wants you to dream bigger. Every time I get the believe in the impossible card, it always feels like you are doubting yourself in some way, or you're doubting that your life could change, or you're doubting that things could be better, or you're doubting that things could get better. Okay, you're just kind of stuck in this, like, Spirit is like saying like the rabbit hole, like you're just stuck on the hamster wheel, like in this rotation of just spinning round and round, doing the same things, expecting different results, and wondering why you're not getting them. So Spirit is being super mysterious. I feel like there's okay, hold on. Okay, so that was so many cards. Spirit is being super mysterious, and they're just showing that something's going to show up in your life, pile 2, and you're going to have to make a decision. It's like you're going to have to just make this big decision, Spirit is saying, where you're going to be left with the question of like, do I go and take this new opportunity, or do I stay back and just wait? Is it too risky? Should I take this leap of faith? Is it too much of a risk? That kind of a thing. And it's like Spirit wants you to take the risk. Spirit wants you to take the leap of faith. Spirit does not want you to be stuck in your fear. Spirit does not want you to be stuck in whatever you're doing right now. And when this opportunity presents itself to you, Spirit does not want you to question it. They just want you to go for it. Okay. So, that is so interesting. So what else does pile number 2 need to know, Spirit? What else does pile number 2 need to know? Can we get some more clarity on this message, Spirit? What does pile 2 need to know? What does pile number 2 need to know? So you guys also got the card Benefactor, Grace, and Generosity. It almost feels like it could even be a new opportunity to make money. And we also have this card on the bottom of the deck, Magician's Sword. So a new opportunity to manifest something is kind of what I'm getting. A new opportunity to manifest abundance, growth, and just like, this golden energy is just giving me very much like luxurious vibes, where it's this opportunity to change your life for the better, and this opportunity to create something new for yourself and to think beyond whatever you're currently doing right now. So that's what I'm getting. Is there anything else, Spirit? It doesn't feel like Spirit wants to say something else about this. It's just like, do you believe in magic? Spirit is saying. Like, I'm hearing that song, do you believe in magic? What does pile 2 need to know, Spirit? That is literally it. Like, I'm not getting anything else for you, pile 2. It just feels like opportunity is going to show up. Go for it. Like, I don't know who needs to hear that. I really don't. It just feels like there's an opportunity to, like, expand your life. 2 of Wands, the Sun. An opportunity to go towards something that's going to make you incredibly happy, or to go towards something that is super expansive and is going to be super good for you. It just feels like it's such an amazing opportunity for you to grow, to expand, to learn, and just like overall grow as a person and just grow your life in general. And I feel like with the Sun card, it's something that's going to make you extremely happy. And it may have been something that you never thought was possible for you, especially with believe in the impossible. And you know, you may have never seen yourself doing something like this or being in a position where you're like the leader and in power and where you have like all the confidence and all the abundance, but it feels like you're going to be in that position. Okay. So what do you need to surrender? Let's get one surrender card for you. Or two, I guess Spirit wants to get. You have surrender to success. Interesting. This card says you are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. Like, that is the energy of this reading. Like, there's so much opening up for you guys. And then we have surrender your addictions. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Okay, so I know I didn't get super specific on what this is, but it just feels like possibilities are opening up for you guys. Okay, so be super open to it. It feels like your life is moving in a super positive direction, pile 2, okay? Let me know if this resonated, and I'm gonna go to move on to pile number 3. Hi, beautiful souls that chose pile number 3, or if you chose the movie Nightmare on Elm Street, welcome in, guys. So this is a timeless reading, so whenever you are seeing it is when the message was meant to find you, and it's also a general reading, guys, so take what resonates and leave the rest behind. Okay, so pay more attention to yourself is what Spirit is saying. I feel like, I don't know why I'm getting this is coming to me, is just like, pay attention to like what you're feeling. Like, I feel like Spirit right now is very heavily trying to communicate intuitive messages to you. So just like pay attention, like, to how you're feeling, pay attention to what you're dreaming, pay attention to like what you're thinking and just like what you're feeling. Like, if you're feeling something, Spirit's trying to communicate something to you. Okay? I'm hearing it doesn't make a difference if you make it or not. We've got each other and that's a lot for love. I'll give it a shot. Oh, I don't know why I'm hearing that song. Is it called Living on a Prayer? Something like that? I don't know. So let's see. I'm gonna get a card for you guys. Pile 3, what do you need to know? What does pile 3 need to know? Okay, you guys got the card, the Wall, 56, which is obstacles. Okay. Blaming someone. Some of you maybe are blaming someone for these obstacles, or you're putting a lot of blame on a particular person for whatever is going on right now in your life. It feels like you're blaming somebody. It says there are moments in your life when you are so geared up, so sure that you're on the right track with such drive and momentum that you are shocked and confused when you encounter a wall. This unpredictability occurs outside your ability to plan, regardless of if you've done everything right in alignment with the divine. It's imperative that you change your attitude now. This temporary roadblock is not an obstacle to blast through. This is not an invitation to push harder, cancel other plans, or worry about who will win or lose. This is a stopping point to enable you to slow down and contemplate the part of the manifesting equation that you and everyone else forgets. Life on life's terms will override your best laid plans. So it's interesting because it feels like something fell through for you, or something that you had planned didn't work out. And so now you're in this position of like, what the fuck do I do next? Or like, you're not sure where to go next because you were for sure that you were going this direction, and then you reached an obstacle. So now it's like everything that you were so sure of, you're not so sure of anymore. And so I do feel like with the Wall card, you're facing this very confusing time right now in your life where you don't know all the answers and you're not sure where you need to go next, okay? You feel like you're plummeting is what I'm hearing for some of you, or you feel like you're going in a downward direction, but I don't feel like that is the case, okay? There's definitely a reason for the obstacle is kind of what I'm getting. I'm kind of getting that energy of like, Spirit sees stuff that we don't way before. So Spirit probably already saw something that was not going to work out for you down the path that you were currently taking. So they stopped you before things got worse. Okay, I feel like you were planning to go in a direction that maybe was not healthy for you. And now it's like you're being turned away at the gate, Spirit is saying. It's almost as if you were about to get on a plane, but you got turned away at the gate, and Spirit is saying, go back, go back, go back. You're not going in the right direction. Like there is something where you're just like so focused on going towards something, but it's like Spirit is saying like, go back, go back, go back. Like that's not what we meant, or that's not where you're meant to go. You know, what I want to say for some of you is like, maybe some of you are taking the safe option, or like you're doing something out of fear, or this is kind of what I'm feeling. It's like you're doing something out of fear, or you're doing something because, you know, other people expected it of you, or you're doing something because you feel like it's the safe option, or you're doing something because it's very much like, you know, in your comfort zone, you feel comfortable with it because you've been doing it for so long. But it's like all three piles today have called everybody to switch things up. And it feels like you need to do the same pile 3. You need to switch things up. So you were going towards more of the same for some of you. Like you were going towards someone or something where a cycle in your life was going to repeat, and basically Spirit was like pushed you away from that, and they're like, go in a different direction. So choose a new way. Spirit's obstacles that they put in front of our face are really like safety, like they're for our own good. So it's like there's a reason that something fell through for you, or there's a reason that you're feeling blocked right now. Blocked. I say blocked in like quotes because no one, like you're not blocked. It just feels like Spirit may be putting a temporary block on you right now to open you up to a bigger idea. Okay, this is kind of the example that I'm going to give to you. So I kind of have an example. It's almost like, I'm going to give you an example. So it's almost like, think of someone, they're getting ready to like go to school, you know, for something, and they're not sure, like they're not 100% sure that they want to go to school, but they don't really know what else they're going to do with their life. So they're just kind of going to school to get like a random degree. They're like, you know what, I guess I'll just go, because they're just kind of falling into that trap of repeating the cycle that everyone else does. Like, just go to school, then you'll figure it out from there. When in reality, you have no idea what the fuck you want to do. And then you get a degree that you don't want, and then you don't know what to do with that degree. So then it's just even more confusing because you're trying to push forward when life says to slow down. So you're basically resisting the flow of life. It's kind of what I'm getting for some of you is like, don't resist the flow of life. It's like, don't try to push forward when life, every sign in your life right now is telling you to slow down. Is kind of what I'm getting. It feels like there's this energy that is pushing against you, and it's like, stop trying to push back at it. Like, just let the wind take you where it wants to take you. Spirit is wanting you to imagine that you're like a little leaf. Just allow the wind to blow you and let you land where you need to land. Okay? So it definitely is very much a surrendering energy, like needing to surrender. We also have nothing is yet set in stone. So Spirit does not want you to make permanent decisions right now. With nothing is yet set in stone, they want you to be in a mutable energy. They want you to be able to change things right now. They don't want you to ground anything, okay? Because things are going to change, okay? Things are going to change, Spirit is saying. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. I almost want to say for you, pile number 3, some sort of a new opportunity is going to open up for you. And then you're going to realize why this thing happened. It's like something happened in your life. You were so confused by it. It's almost like Spirit is showing me like you're walking down a path and then a boulder fell right in your face. And you're like, what? And then you just kind of turned around, and it's like Spirit's guiding you towards this other path. Okay, so just follow that, even if it doesn't make sense. It feels like right now in your life, pile 3, a lot of shit doesn't make sense. It feels like clarity is not something you have right now. It feels like things are super unclear. Nothing seems to be set in stone. Everything seems to be constantly changing, pile number 3. And so I get why you're in like that confusing energy, because nothing feels permanent. Nothing feels set in stone, and it just feels like anything could change at any given moment. And I'm feeling for some of you that gives you anxiety, because I feel for you, pile number 3, you're a person that likes to have things laid out. Like, you like to have a plan, you like to know where you're going, and when stuff like this happens, you just get uncomfortable by it. It's like things just seem to be halted right now. It doesn't feel like this is a time where you're taking a bunch of action or moving things forward super quickly. It feels like it's like hard to do that right now. Like everything feels slowed down, or everything feels like it's just moving at a slower pace, which seems to be like confusing for you, Spirit is saying. So let's see. Like, why is this happening? Where are they being guided to? Can we give pile 3 a little bit of clarity on where they're being led? Distinction between good and bad. You need to get better at distincting between what is good for you and what is bad for you, Spirit is saying. We also have bring love into the situation. Let me have a look at this card. Okay, interesting. This card says change is on the way. Be open to change, pile 3, is what I'm gonna say. Be open to change, be open to things changing, and also just be open to like things appearing, and just like, Spirit is almost showing like currents, like almost if you were in the ocean and got swept up by a current. And so it's like you're just sitting there floating, and then you just get swept up by this new opportunity or by this current. It's like, be open to that. Okay, very quick, rapid change. Be ready for things to like slow down and then suddenly speed up again. You know, it just feels like, I don't know, be ready for just like, I'm hearing like anything could happen, like that kind of energy. Like you could be swung left or right, like everything's just like all over the place for you in a good way, but it feels like it's all leading you to some sort of a destination. Like the wind blowing the leaf, like it's going up, down, left, right to land you in this spot. Okay, so just be open to that, pile 3. I hope that made sense. So, is there anything else that pile 3 needs to know, Spirit? I just heard cosmetology. What does pile 3 need to know? Okay, so I'm not really getting any other strong energies. I'm going to see what you need to surrender at this time. You guys also got surrender to success. Don't look back. And you got surrender the idea that you can fix someone. So interesting. This says it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So maybe that could have been the roadblock. It could have been with a particular person. Maybe you were going to get married to this person. Maybe you thought you were going to have a commitment with this person. And then all of a sudden something kind of stopped it. And maybe it was like for the best, because maybe you were trying to fix this person, or maybe you were trying to heal wounds that this person needed to heal themselves. So also surrender to divine timing. Okay, your time will come. You know what I mean? Your time will come. Your time for success will come. I feel like maybe some of you see everyone else succeeding, or everyone else, you know, reaching their goals, and it's like you feel like everything is stopped for you, but it's like, just this feeling, pile 3, of your time will come, okay? Your time will come. So let me know, pile 3, if this resonated with you. Make sure to subscribe, click notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. And I will see all of you beautiful souls on the next one. Bye, guys.